Quick message to all our viewers before we get started on today's video. It has come to our attention that over 90% of our regular viewers are not subscribed to the channel. We request you to please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can be notified when the next video from Mythloke is out. The bigger the channel gets, the better the quality of videos that we do for you also gets. So please help us make some amazing videos by supporting the channel and clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Now over to the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythloke with your host Nitin Nair. In our various episodes, we have been looking into all kinds of mythical creatures. This includes hybrids, animals, gods, demigods, spirits, ghosts, etc. And we have always received a very good response from our audience, and I would like to take this opportunity to really thank you for this right at the outset. When we introduce a new mythology or a new region, we have always been trying our best to bring out the more interesting characters first, rather than the ones who have been very popular in modern day times. One of the mythologies that has gained a lot of interest among our viewers and listeners is that of Iranian mythology, mainly because this whole idea of mythology and the region on Persian culture really does not exist anymore due to the current political and socio-economic conditions of the region. This led us to look into one more character who is very different from what we've seen come out of that region as well as its neighboring civilizations. This is the Simurgh. The Simurgh is a mythical flying creature in Iranian or Persian mythology that's regarded as a benevolent and generous creature. It is believed that it can help purify the environment and provide fertility. The animal symbolizes the union between the sky and earth by serving as a messenger between the two. It is believed that the Simurgh was inspired by the legend of the Roc and the Rook, which was told in Arabia. It can be found in various periods of Iranian literature and art and is commonly depicted in the iconography of other cultures that were influenced by Persian culture. In Iranian art, the Simurgh is depicted as a winged creature that's enormous enough to carry off a whale or an elephant. Originally, it was depicted as a type of peacock with the head of a dog and claws of a lion, and later with the face of a human. The Simurgh is also inherently benevolent and unambiguously female. Being part mammal, she suckles her young and has teeth. It has an enmity towards snakes, and its natural habitat is a place with plenty of water. The Shahnameh states that Zal, the child of Sam, was born without any skin pigment or was an albino. When he saw his son on the mountain Alborz, he thought that the child was a product of the devil. The Simurgh then heard the child's voice and took him back with her. Zal was taught a lot of wisdom by Simurgh, who had all the knowledge in the universe. However, eventually the time had come for him to grow into a man and return to the world of men. The Simurgh was very sad to see him go, but she gave him 3 golden feathers to burn if he ever needed her help. The literary work Conference of Birds refers to Simurgh as not a single entity, but a collection of 30 birds who were the ones who had it in them to lead all the other birds. Simurgh is also pronounced and spelled Simorgh, Simork, Simurgh, or Simurgh. The word Simurgh is derived from the Middle Persian Senmurgh and can be attested in Persian text as Sinamrug. Saina is a personal name that's commonly used by Armenians derived from the Simurgh. The word peacock was originally lent to Armenian by the Persians as Siramar. On the other hand, the phrase Simurgh literally means 30 birds, and it was used by Attar of Nishapur in his story, The Conference of the Birds. According to Iranian legends, the bird lived so long that it was able to see the destruction of the world around it 3 times. It is believed that the animal has knowledge that can be found in the ages. In one legend, the bird was said to have lived for over 1,700 years before it died. The animal was believed to help purify the environment and provide fertility. It was also depicted as a messenger between the sky and the earth, and the Simurgh was known to live in Gavokerina, which was situated in the middle of the world's sea. The plant, which is known for its potent healing properties, is referred to as an all-healing plant. When Simurgh took flight, its leaves shook, which caused all the seeds of the tree of life to fall out. These seeds then floated around the world and through the rains of the Tishtreya and Vayuvrata winds, transformed into every type of plant that ever existed. The Simurgh is a symbol of remedy and is commonly used in various art and culture such as architecture and fashion. One of the most prestigious awards presented by an Iranian film festival is named after the bird. Jean Grey, who is a character in the X-Men movies, is also based on the bird. Jean Grey's character in Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix eventually becomes the Simurgh, which is an anagram of Grimus, Salman Rushdie's 1975 novel. In 2009, a tool known as the Simurgh was introduced in Iran to help citizens avoid government censorship. As you can see, a culturally very important bird now does not exist because of its tie-ups with ancient cultures and ancient civilizations which generally do not relate or do not complement what the modern narrative is. Although many characters and ancient culture and traditions have been kept alive in the form of literature and various other art forms, culturally it will cease to exist very soon because of the lack of importance that is given to it in modern times. Iranian culture or Persian culture at one point in history was referred to as the most socially ahead of its time, but sadly it has not carried forward in the years after. We will be looking at a lot more such characters from civilizations and mythologies that are slowly dying out and try to keep them alive in our own little way. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythlok. Give us a like, a subscribe, drop in a comment or a review and a rating, or just tell your friends about Mythlok and the wonderful world that we present to you. This is your host Nitin Nair signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.